to go, Tic Tac.
That's how you punch.
Wakanda forever.
You wouldn't have heard of me.
Let me put you on hold.
Dance off, bro. He's a friend from work.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know. I'll show you ferocity.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
We have a hot
We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Wanna come?
What's up guys, this is your boy Ted the Review Guy, and today I'll be reviewing Loki series. If you haven't seen the series, please go and watch it. This is your only spoiler warning because I'll be talking about all the important things that happen in the show and how they impact the future of the MCU, things that I liked, characters that I really enjoyed, and yeah, I think I'll do that type of review right now, just like specific things that were done by certain characters because it's a whole series and there's so many things to go through, but yeah, I'll tell you what I think of the show, what I predict will happen in the future, because the ending really influences what happens in the movies, and a lot of the stuff that were left out are gonna happen or be answered in the movies, or unless since we got an announcement that season 2 is coming, I'm guessing it might not be a long time until we see that, because a lot of these things that happened in the movies will affect how Loki proceeds, because we're gonna get Quantum Mania from Ant-Man, and Kang is already a villain there, and we're also gonna get the madness of the multiverse from Doctor Strange. So there's a lot of things that will impact how season 2 plays out. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's talk about the show. The show introduced us to the TVA and how they've been controlling time and destroying realities that they don't deem are not the sacred timeline. And this happened to Loki. Loki became a variant because he took the Tesseract after being defeated by the Avengers, and what went wrong with the mission that came to pass when in the process of Avengers Endgame. So yeah, he got hold of the Tesseract and traveled with it to a place where he thought he ran away, and he got caught by Hunter B15, and then he was taken to his trial to answer for deviating from the sacred timeline, basically. And then we get introduced to Judge Ravonna, who basically runs the TVA physically in the TVA area. And then we got introduced to how the grander scheme of the MCU is not affected by the Infinity Stones, because they're even used as paperweights, which was kind of funny. And then we get introduced to Mobius, who tries to get involved or get close to Loki to try and stop him in his ways, or change him in a way to find this new threat that they are currently looking for, which is when we introduced to Sylvie, who is a variant of Loki but a woman. And so yeah, it was really nice to see that, and Mobius really cared about Loki for some reason. He really wanted him to be a better person, and I really enjoyed their relationship, their growth, until the death of Mobius when he got pruned, and then and how also Loki was just trying to be a better person, even though he still had his schemes. He was trying to be a better person. I really enjoyed seeing Lady Sif kicking Loki and reminding him how he will always be alone, because that's his thing. I think he even admitted to being for wanting attention and all of that stuff. So it was really nice deep dive, and it was a nice moment to see Loki getting vulnerable and seeing how his action caused his mom's death, and how much Thor loved him. And it was just nice to see him realize that he has made so many mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with changing. And Mobius was there to guide him into, like, it's never too late to change, you can still do good, and redeem yourself. So I really enjoyed seeing that. And then another thing that I enjoy is seeing the other Lokis, who is my favorite Loki is the one that's called Florida Loki, because it's an alligator. It was really fun to see that. Classic Loki, played by Richard E. Grant. It was amazing to see that. He was very, like, his performance was great, so I enjoyed him being there. And also I love how the relationship between Mobius and Ravonna evolved from friends throughout time to Ravonna just pruning him just like that. And then in the end, she kind of, like, you realize that she believed in something and stuck to her beliefs, and I respect that in a character. I wonder how, because in the comic book she is very close to Kang the Conqueror, who we see is the villain, or the one who's in charge of the TVA, who's been trying to protect the branching multiverses because of his variants. So he did this so that he can stop the variants from being more evil or causing the war and all of that stuff. So that's his backstory, basically, or his motivation for creating the TVA. And a lot of things made sense from that reveal, how the timekeepers were just robots, but in the comics they are not robots, they're actually entities that exist, and they do keep time, but they do get controlled by people like Kang and all of that stuff. And it was nice to see Miss Minutes, voiced by Tara Strong. I love Tara Strong. She's voiced so many of my favorite characters, cartoon or otherwise, and she's just great. There's a lot that happened in the series, but yeah, the reveal of Kang being the one who's in charge was theorized since the beginning of the show, that he might be involved and how that affects the future of the MCU. So he will be the villain of Quantum Mania, Ant-Man and Wasp Quantum Mania, and then the multiverse will also affect Doctor Strange, which will be the madness of the multiverse. I think that's the title. Yeah, but yeah, I love seeing all of that coming together, basically, and making phase 4 like something to look forward to. And also I really enjoyed how Loki fell for himself. Like, if you know Loki, you would know that like, for me it made sense that he will fall for himself. Like, he's that type of person that would do that. I don't see him seeing anyone else to change him except himself, basically, and the only one he could believe in was himself, and think that will save the world or the universe is himself in a different form. I mean, that's so in character with the type of Loki, or the character Loki that we've come to know. Yeah, so I really enjoyed his relationship with Sylvie and how they just connected, and Loki, the way he was looking at her throughout the series, I just enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, I just wanted to add that to say that, like, I really enjoyed seeing Loki being so vulnerable, and, you know, at least he managed to do that because he couldn't do that with Thor, and Thor really loved Loki, and I'm hoping that there is a relationship that will come, and that will help Loki connect with his brother again. And I really enjoyed seeing the intro of the final episode. It was really nice to see that, and the familiar voices, and like the whole multiverse, basically, and they even took a speech from Mandela. Was nice to hear that. Always when you hear South African things, you always think that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio pointing. Yeah, that's how it felt like. But yeah, was a very fun intro, and just seeing everything that's about to happen and that's about to be unleashed, basically, to the world. I really enjoyed seeing that. And I hope you guys also do look forward to seeing more of these characters, especially the ones that we didn't get conclusions with, especially Ravonna, when B15 went to the Earth where she existed before she became a variant and being controlled by the TVA, all of that stuff. I want to see where that goes, probably in season 2. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know how Tom Hiddleston's storyline will affect the movies, but I know that what happened in there will affect 2 other movies, or 3, and including Spider-Man, I think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the show. I hope you did too. I will give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.